Hey guys, Trisha with my Trish Advisor. Whoa, it's been a long time. So today I just kind of wanted to say hi, give you some updates on what's been going on with me and Diego and what's next for my Trish Advisor, as I have decided to launch something completely different than I've ever done, and that is group trips. So a lot of you know I already do tours and transfers, but I've launched a new, part of my Trish Advisor is organized group trips. So I'm really excited to share more with you guys. So yeah, I know it's been a really long time since I've been on YouTube, and I don't even know where to begin. But for any of you that have tried to do YouTube or social media in general, when I started this 5 years ago, which actually March is a 5-year anniversary of my Trish Advisor, I had no idea what I was doing and what I was getting into. And I kind of still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's just been a real struggle for me for many reasons, because I've never been diagnosed, but I do know that I have ADHD. My mind is all over the place, and it's like I'm an ideas person, and so it's really hard for me to work on one project and get it done, And so at this point, my idea is, instead of focusing on all these other things that I'm kind of all over the place. I mean, I do my tours, I do my transfers, and now I have these group trips. But just with social media itself, it's like, do I focus on Instagram? Do I do YouTube? Do I do Facebook? And I've realized that I really believe in the idea of YouTube, because I think it gets so much information out there to people that are looking for specific things. And two, it is one of the biggest search engines. I think it's the second largest search engine besides Google. And I realize a lot of people, and thank you to everybody that's messaged me asking me where my videos are. Am I going to be back on YouTube? It's been really difficult to find an editor. I have an editor and he's amazing, but now he's gotten really busy. And I have another editor, but he's also busy. So that's been a huge issue. So I'm going to try to make very simple videos where it's just cut by cut, just like the one that Diego and I did when we went and had tacos, because what I realize is I get really overwhelmed if it's a video that's over 2 or 3 days and I have to figure out the storyline and put it all together. This is just I'm not good at that, and I really struggle with it. But I realize that I think YouTube is going to be just the best platform for me to be on, and to help you guys know about Puerto Morelos and other parts of Mexico, things to do, just all these things that you can get of information on YouTube. So here we are. So a couple things that I wanted to bring up to you guys is just kind of saying, first off, thank you for those of you that have been reaching out to me and still commenting on old videos. I realize that, getting about a video a week is kind of what I should be doing. I'd really like to do 1 or 2, just maybe some simple ones. I've had a lot of people ask me, what is it like to actually live in Mexico or Puerto Morelos? So just some kind of day in the life things, normal things, like going to the grocery store, what it's like to, do some errands, because it's not like when you live in the States, you can go to these massive, you can actually here, in Cancun and Playa, we have a lot of big businesses like Walmart and Costco. But here, especially in Puerto Morelos, you kind of have to go to little places to find everything that you need. But yeah, that's one idea, and I have a lot of things that I want to do about helping you, getting around the areas, taking the colectivo or taking taxis. So besides all that, I kind of wanted to catch you up, because I was looking at my YouTube, realizing that I uploaded pretty much 5 videos all of 2022. And in that time, I never posted anything about getting married. Diego and I did get married December 17th in Toluca, and it was and all this to say is that I just kind of want to update you guys. So since this whole like last year and a half has gone by, so Diego and I got married in December, and we ended up moving into a new place where we're in this 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and we love it. We actually had a great place on the beach side. I always wanted to do a video about this, but I never knew where to start. We had an absolute rental nightmare. Our landlord, I was with her for 5 years, and we always had problems with her, and we ended up getting out of our lease like 7 months early because we had no peace. Everything was drama, everything was a problem, and at one point she threatened to take half of our yard and put bricks and block over our windows when we were like a week from leaving to go to Toluca, and we were gonna be gone for like 3 months, and we had somebody that was gonna take over our place while we were gone, and it was just like super high stress. And I contacted a lawyer that was a rental lawyer, and he wrote me what to write to her, and she never brought it up again. And then an issue came up where she realized that, or I didn't know this, but my electricity was connected, or my AC was connected to her electricity upstairs. And she was pretty okay, but her friend that's like this yoga instructor like started screaming at me and saying I was stealing electricity and they were gonna call CFE on us, and it was just like so much. And so I say all that because I wasn't stealing her electricity. My electrician was a complete idiot apparently and connected to her electricity. So we moved into this place and we live in La Colonia now, and actually I'm so much happier over here. I just feel like I have more freedom. I'm not in a gated community, and I'm not in the beach side, where the beach side is like, I don't know, after COVID, like I was the first one to like have gatherings in the area, and I had police called on me like twice, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, we didn't have big ragers or anything, you know, just maybe 10 or 15 people, barbecue, hanging out. I had one neighbor call the owner of the house and say that I opened a bar in my house. And I was like, he's just jealous because he doesn't have any friends. But it was just crazy. It was a lot of drama all the time, and our neighbors complained across the street. They called the cops on us about the parties, which again, they weren't ragers or anything. And it was just like, I felt so restricted. And being where we live now, I mean, for Diego's birthday, we had his birthday in April, last April, it's been a year. I had mariachis, I had a live DJ, you know, we had probably 40, 50 people here, and nobody complains. And, you know, I know that that is a big issue with a lot of people that come to Mexico, because when we have parties here, we have parties and they usually go very, very late. And there's not like a typical noise ordinance like there is in where I'm from in the US. Like, you know, a lot of times like after midnight, you gotta have like certain levels of sound, or you know what I mean? You can complain, but here in Mexico, it's typical not to complain, you know? And, but that does tend to be like more of a foreign thing, like people that come from the US and Canada. So we moved into this place and we just have like so much peace. Our place is smaller. We still have a huge front yard and backyard, but I don't know. I just messaged our landlord yesterday and I told him, I was like, you know, like we've been here a year and you guys have been so good to us, and it's just such a different vibe to not feel like somebody's always complaining or threatening you. And you know, that woman, I left her a place that was $8,000 remodeled from the friend that lived there before, and she still kept my deposit and still tried to not pay me what she owed me. And I mean, it was just always something. And now living here, it's just like, man, it's literally night and day. And we just live in such a better place. We're closer to a lot of our friends. And the food is great in Beachside, don't get me wrong, but the food is just so good over here, and we can walk over to Norma's, which I'm sure you saw Norma. So anyways, so that's kind of like a little update. And then we moved into this place, and now the two big things that's going on, I guess I would say with me, is I've launched the My Trish Advisor group trips, and we have 3 so far. So The first one that's happening is Puerto Morelos. We're gonna, like, it's what a group trip looks like is, for example, I hosted a group of 55 women here in Puerto Morelos, and the whole reason I did it is that I wanted to see if I could organize something from beginning to end and it could work. And it worked. We had a blast. The woman that organizes these trips, unfortunately, I don't know how she's gotten away with this for so long, but she is probably the worst person I've ever worked with, ever. And, she has a huge following and is able to get girls to travel with her. And it's just really sad how I was treated by her in this travel industry. She's somebody that, promotes women in travel and, other businesses. But I was completely abused by this person. And I haven't spoke about it at all, but I've wanted to. But with that said, I learned a lot, and I realized that I am fully capable of doing amazing things with groups. So, and if you know me, you guys know I like to throw parties, I like to throw events, and if you don't know me, now you do. I love events, I love to throw parties and do special things. All the time with all of my friends, I would be the one throwing the bachelorette party, throwing the baby shower, throwing the graduation party, and that was my gift. And so with that said, the group trips and doing that with the 55 girls that I did, I'm so thankful for them because I learned so much. And basically it's like an all-inclusive package, and what I'm calling it is the local all-inclusive. So what that means is that when you travel, it's like you pay one price, but you're experiencing it as a local. So instead of an all-inclusive where you're on just this one place and you're in I call them compounds, which between you and me, you guys know I love the all-inclusive experience. I'm all about it. With that said, I also really love the local experience. So I kind of want to combine the two and make it in a way that it's it includes most of your food, most of your activities, and then you have about 40 or 50% of the time to explore on your own and go with new friends that you meet. Because I think these kind of trips are great for other couples that are looking to travel and meet other people that want to travel, singles that want to meet other people. I have a real nice mix of singles and couples in the group, and people that maybe I have a woman that's going to be traveling that she lost her husband recently, and she hasn't traveled without him. And so I told her, I was this is a great opportunity for you to meet other people and still travel, because I know death is obviously such a terrible and hard thing to go through, but to stay there and not try to move on, it's hard, of course, but it's so good. I feel like travel brings so much healing to us in many ways that we never could get from a therapist. That's why I love travel. So the group trips is a huge thing, and I'm on this weight loss journey right now too, which I'll be sharing little by little with you guys. I've currently lost 12 pounds or 6 kilos, just over 6 kilos. And I haven't really changed my diet, which everybody was harping me on about my diet. The main thing I've done is I'm lifting weights with my trainer. Her name's Carrie, and I do that 3 times a week. And I've scaled back my diet, let's say. I don't want to, I'm not going to be on a diet. I don't want to cut out carbs. I don't want to cut out all sugars. I don't want to do any of that. I want to eat what I want to eat, but in a healthier way, So Diego's on paleo. I don't want to do paleo. I want my cheese. I want my carbs. But he's trying to lose weight as well. And we just both want to be healthier. So I'll be sharing that along the way. And I just launched a singles mingle. So I've done one singles mingle. And what I realized is when I hosted that, we had it at My Paradise. There's no singles activities specifically targeted for singles in the whole Riviera Maya. There's parties and there's bars and this and that. And I don't want to do everything just in bars. So we're doing another one March 11th, which will be at Don Mexkal on Saturday. And it's going to be tropical night. It's going to be super fun. I'm really excited to host these events because, well, I love hosting. I think it's fun. I love having events and throwing parties. So it just gives me an excuse to throw a party. And for example, from the first singles mingle, I already have a couple people that are chatting and, you know, I don't know where it'll go. You guys will be either really happy with me or really mad at me. I don't know. If it goes good, it was my fault. If it doesn't go good, it's your fault. I'm just kidding. So those are kind of the major things that are happening. So I just launched Puerto Morelos trip. That will, or not just launched, I launched everything in like October, November, but it's happening this April. So April 13th to 17th, it includes the hotel, it includes catamaran sailing, salsa dancing, a pool party, a welcome dinner, a goodbye dinner, just all kinds of fun stuff that we're gonna do together. But then and snorkeling, but then you'll also have free time for yourself. And all those trips, the 3 trips that I'm going to mention are going to be in the links in the description box as well. And then the one after that is going to be Girls Gone Glamping, which is 2 weeks after the Puerto Morelos trip. And then at the end of the year, I'm doing a Merida trip, which is the Day of the Dead trip, and I'm really excited about that. So we still have I think 8 spots left for that, and I have 4 spots left for the Puerto Morelos trip. So those are really huge for me because when I first started working in the resorts, I realized that a lot of people just stay on the resort and they don't leave. And again, I love that experience, but I want to kind of help people, not just people that are staying on resorts, but anybody that wants to travel, but maybe is a little nervous to, or doesn't have anybody to travel with. That's one of the big ones, is that a lot of people have a hard time finding someone to travel with. So I want to create a safe environment, a place where we build this community of travelers. And I'm starting with Mexico, but 2024, my idea is Costa Rica, Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada. I went there in 2015, and that's where I fell in love with travel. So those are kind of the big things that are happening now. And I know this kind of is a long-winded video, but this is how I roll. You guys have been following me, y'all already know. But I just wanted to get something out there and tell you what's going on, what's happened, what's going on for the future, what's the next steps. And really the 3 things I wanted to mention was, number 1, I just want to focus on YouTube because I realized that it just has such a great reach with people, and I'm able to give so much information in one shot that I think it's really helpful to others, and it's helpful to my business. If it has a good reach, that means that it's helpful to what I'm doing as well. So I'm able to provide information that reaches a lot of people, and I'm able to provide a service for people, a service for something that reaches a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's just a good idea to focus on YouTube and make things simpler. I overthink. Look at, I've got lighting set up right now. I put makeup on, and you guys look at my old videos, I didn't even do all that. And it's just funny how we get in our head and overthink. I literally overthink, and I'm not usually an overthinker. I'm not even a thinker. I just do it. Whatever's comes out of my heart, I just do it. And that's even how the singles mingle started. A girl asked me, I had 2 people in 1 week ask me if I knew anybody single. And I was like, you know what? And the girl said, you should host a singles mingle. I said, yeah, but I'm married. And she says, you're the poster child because you found a good Mexican man. Maybe I can too. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. Let's do it. So 2 days later, I already had it put out, and we did a singles mingle on Valentine's Day. And it turned out really cute. I had people send, if they had somebody they're interested in, they could buy this little gift and send it to them with their phone number. And there was 12 gifts or 15 gifts, and every single gift was sent out. I thought it was super cute. So everybody loves to receive a Valentine, right? So I thought it was a good idea. And I was nervous because I was like, what if people don't like it? Or what if people don't show up? But I did it, and it worked, and people hugged me saying, thank you so much for doing this. So So that, and then the group trips, which is just a huge addition to what I'm already doing with the day trips. But for example, the group trips, I can not only do the pre-planned dates, but let's say you have a family of like 10 people that want to do a similar trip than what I offer, but you can't go on that day. I can actually create that trip for you, book it for you, book the hotel, book the restaurants, and kind of give you a package deal, because when you book as a group, it actually saves money on everything. So I can do that specifically for the dates that we're going, and you can join us. Or if you have a group of 10 girls that want to go do something together, I can book that trip for you and plan it for you, but without going to an all-inclusive where it's like a local all-inclusive experience, but as a local environment, not just staying on the resort. And I'm like, I know people like are like, oh, she's talking crap about resorts or whatever. No, that is not my intention. It's a part of travel. I truly believe that people will stay on resorts and have an experience off the resort too. And for those that, like I said, don't have a travel partner or feel like they have a hard time traveling alone and they'd like to try to find a group to travel with, we're right here. We're right here. So I think that was pretty much it. Just that I got married. It's been a year, and we have dear friends that paid for a trip for us to go to Costa Rica, and since that trip in Costa Rica, that's another place I want to take you guys, because oh my gosh, the animals and the plants there it's unbelievable. So anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for listening to my rambling. But I'll be trying to post a video every week, probably on the weekends, and maybe in between. There's gonna be some boring stuff where I probably do like day in the life or something like that, just to try to get in the habit of making these videos for you guys. And also give me suggestions in the comments below. And what was that? What else? Yep, and I've lost weight. I'm very happy about that, because believe it or not, I weighed in just 2 days ago, and I realized I lost 13 pounds, actually almost 13 pounds, and that I accidentally saw the weight because I didn't want to see my weight. Well, that weight was what I thought I started off at. So I actually started off at 13 pounds heavier than I originally believed. So it's like, even though I was super bummed, I'm really glad I started, because that means more than ever, that was my absolute heaviest I've ever been, and I'm super done with that. So I'll be sharing that along the way, because my goal is to lose about 60 pounds. Well, it was 50, but I realized I'm like 13 pounds heavier, so 55 pounds is what I want to lose, or maybe 60 pounds, sorry. But yeah, and then please, you guys, like the video, comment on the video, those kind of things help. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'll always be over there, of course, but I am going to try to do better focusing on YouTube and trying to get out a video every week to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a little life update. And oh, hold on, let me get Diego. You're somebody that you're gonna see more often in my videos, which I love. I don't know if I can find it, but on one of my videos, somebody commented, they said, you need to have Diego in all your videos. He enhances your videos. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. I said, well, he doesn't just enhance my videos, he enhances my life. So let me get him, 1 second. You wanna come say hi?
Yeah. Are you on live?
Yeah. Well, it's not live, but it's recording.
But you don't want to cut it?
No.
Oh. Can I curse?
No. Say hi. No, it's right here.
Yeah, but I don't want to show my belly. Hello.
Because he's trying to lose weight too. But I was just telling them about how, I should have brought the chair, sorry. I was just telling them about how somebody commented on my video and they were like, oh, you need to have Diego in all your videos. He makes your videos better. And I was like, oh, he makes my life better.
You don't need more than Trisha.
Well, you don't want to be in my videos?
To make the videos better.
You don't want to be in my videos?
Yes, but
do you not want to be in my videos?
What? What? I have no joke right now. I have no any jokes right now. But thank you for...
Does he make my videos better?
You don't need me over here.
Oh, wait, I'm squeaking on the thing, sorry.
Yeah, on my foot.
Sorry.
On my feet.
Anyways, this is my husband, Diego. We got married. Alright, that's it, guys.
I don't know what to say. I have no any jokes ready.
Jokes?
I was not ready for this, so...
It's okay.
Okay.
Be ready for more.
I will try.
Alright, bye, guys. Bye. Good job, babe.
I don't know.
Good job.